趁有存档点直接掐掉了啊！继续这个第3章。How cute, Kiko. And so why did you bring me all the way out here? This was the only place I could think where we could talk in private. Why do we need to do that? Well, I don't really get it, but it seems difficult to talk about. What does? When we were swapping into earlier, you mentioned a PSI research lab. Just what was going on in that lab? No one's told me about that. I guess it's not something you can just answer, hey? It's not that just. I've heard some things about Xena that aren't good, about its dark side. I was wondering if maybe the lab was part of that. I want you to tell me. I know something happened to you and Lisa in there. If I'm valuable as a double psychic, people must think the same of Lisa. You've grown up a lot, to an almost surprising extent. Very well, I will tell you, so settle down and listen. In the Latawa lab, psychics were being used as human test subjects. Oh, I'm trembling slightly by the time Kiko finishes talking. You are both locked up there, and all that happened to you. I'm trying to understand this, so what should I think after hearing this? 这个问题啊，就很突兀，突然就来一句 What a terrible incident. It's terrible that people were being used as human test subjects. It's only natural that those wounds would be a heavy burden. I can't change the past, so there's nothing I can do about it now. So it was what happened in that lab that caused Liz to become this way. Liz has a deep resentment to those who caused her to suffer. To non-psychics too, but lately I've started to wonder if Liz's motive in all this isn't just the human experimentation. Do you think there's another reason? I do, but I haven't confirmed it. I don't have anything to go off, really. Just a bad feeling that won't go away. Liz resents those who harmed her and non-psychics, but perhaps that lab isn't the only thing motivating her actions. I don't know for sure, but I have a bad feeling that won't go away. 那就没了。没的话直接回 Sky 高人。还能 explore 说明剧情还没结束。果然 propose。Kiko讲 there is somewhere I absolutely have to go. It might be somewhere that's hard for you to go, but why don't you just try telling me what this place is? I want to go to the side of the lab you and Lisa were in. I suppose there's a rather you thing to say. I don't feel like I can understand Lisa without seeing it for myself. And if I don't understand her, I can never settle things with the ghost. And also, I don't think my feelings will ever reach her if not. Very well, let's go. Are you sure? It's not like I won't feel anything going there, but if it's to help you understand Lisa, that's what I wanted as well. Now I left the lab back when I was 12, so I don't know its exact location. Are we gonna have to research for it? The lab's existence was hidden from the public, so it won't be on any map. Then, don't worry, it was right next to the prisoner of war camp. We just need to find that. Let's buy a map from one of the urban area stores. The lab's in the middle of nowhere, so we won't go sell signals. Perhaps maps is it then. I hope this works. Right, let's go find a bookstore in the urban area. Normally, I'd just use my smartphone's map app to get around, but we won't get signal where we are going, so we need a paper map. I still get lost even with a map though, to be honest. Gonna have to rely on Skiko, I guess. Urban area 就是 Latoa Street， 这个有了吧 ？Action， 这里这么多。Look at bookstore. There are tons of books by Judith Channer, like we saw at the library. Really? Let's see. Wait, they are all in English. I can't understand them. I will translate them. Your proposal is a perfect crime. I want to shoot Cupid with his arrow. Waves are the whispers of love. Those are all sound so embarrassing. It's because you are at that age. Definitely, let's hurry on. You are at that age. Come to think of it, how many calories does a kebab have? I take out my smartphone and search for information about kebabs. Well, what? That many. This is traveling. 对，烤肉的那个卡路里是很大的。Maybe I could share with Kiko 酱 She probably wouldn't worry. 这尼玛是 worry， 这就扯淡嘛。What's wrong? How much do you think a map costs? I know they are not too expensive, but travel expenses are a bit. Oh, that's what you are worried about. Don't be. I got a credit card from Yukiya earlier. Huh? An IXG Japanese branch corporate credit card that he prepared in my name. Basically, any money I spend will come from their bank account. 这么便利，这不就取钱机吗？ What? We can't use that. Have some faith in us. Besides, Yukiya wouldn't want you to want to buying things. Is that how it works? He truly is a fool, though. Giving a released criminal something like this. What was Yukiya thinking when he gave her this credit card? 这个选项有很那个 passion for his job. They are friends. 哎，这个要选的话怎么选？如果是理性的，应该怎么选？理性的应该选这个，也应该，哎，这很难说。我就乱选，什么意思？第一次时候我反而不想选任何东西。It might be a little overkill. I mean, I did prepare my own travel expenses, but well, I guess Yuki is super passionate about his job, so this fits. Indeed, nobody's better at seeing things from a business perspective than him, Kyosuke. On the other hand, is an entirely different matter. You know he has his part-time assistant do all the accounting. Do you mean Mari-chan? Yeah, Mari handles all the money in their office. Kyosuke has no financial sense. Without her, their office would collapse. You must be really good friends to be able to say that. Maybe so. Now let's fulfill our obligation to Yukiya by using this credit card. Buy a map. Right, I will go buy a map. Yeah, please. Out of consideration for you, I bought the cheapest map I could find. Right, thanks. I saw the credit card as she paying. It was a black card. Don't they say that's super cool? Like you can spend as much as you want. I shouldn't think about this too much. It's closer than I thought. We should get a taxi there. A taxi? Aren't those expensive? Maybe I just used to this. I live rather affluently after the lab. I guess it will be easier than working, but this isn't good for my heart. Yeah, 这跟以前的我有点像，以前的我也是斤斤计较的，能走的地方绝对不坐车，很便宜。We've already bought a map. Let's get that taxi. So we are gonna use one after all. I guess it will be easier than working, but this isn't good for my heart. 就这意思，懂了就行。The Tower Lab 这个没去过的地方。应该是新的地方啊，新的地方来了。I'm a little surprised we were able to get inside. I'd only planned on us taking a look from the outside. 啊，不过这个应该第三座的话，第三章很有可能也有简明的。刚刚那个啊不，那应该没有。第三章刚刚看到那个封面是那个 The Tower Sky Garden， 反正不是这儿，所以说简明应该不会出来。I wonder why the elevator worked. The building is in ruins. 还这么新吗？I guess the hydroelectric generator that powers is still working. I guess Lisa didn't destroy this area since the elevator works. Really, I heard she destroyed everything though. Yet, as you can see, this place is fine. Nowhere else is though. It's because this is the place I was in when she destroyed the lab. Ah, I see. She wouldn't have wanted you to be hurt. Want you to get hurt. So that's why, indeed. And she needed the elevators to work so I could get outside. The other test subjects had already escaped. I stayed with Lisa until the end. This is also the place Lisa injected herself with the ether. Sorry for making you remember all this. Don't worry, it's something I had to face up to one day. Looks like 这应该是 nuns 少一个 o nuns around though. Let's see what we can find. 这一错的这个拼写错误实在是太多了，这不能吐槽了。Ponder. This is the place Lisa and Skiko were looked up and experimented on. For them, this would have been their entire world. Skiko cares a lot about Lisa. Everything she's done was for her. I'm sure Lisa feels the same, but is just doing things a different way. Is there something she just can't over? Maybe I'm overthinking it. Talk to Skiko. Hey, just how big was this lab? It had to be kept hidden, so it wasn't terribly big, but let's see, a little smaller than a middle school, I guess. At least destroyed something that big all by herself. Normally she couldn't. A huge amount of A huge amount of ether is needed to destroy an object with teleportation, but that's just what she administered to herself. With an almost inexhaustible amount of ether inside her, she destroyed this lab. As a side effect though, her ether count is still high. I see, so that's how it happened. I wonder if Liz could do something similar now if she felt like this. With an amount of destroy the lab. 那为什么还要再看一遍 ？Inquire how exactly 这很奇怪，已经不止一次了，就看过了，但其实没有什么新东西。但是虽然会短一点，这感叹号还在。How exactly did you and Liz get out of here? You were looked up, no? Yes, I don't think the two of us alone would have ever escaped it. I don't know the details, but one of the researchers gave us a hand. Researchers? You mean someone who worked at this lab? Maybe they couldn't bear the thought of what they were doing. That person kept hidden. They didn't want Xena to know they were a traitor. 1分钟一个错。The who knows what kind of revenge they'd had sought if they knew who it was. Xena really did have a dark side to it back then. I've heard that too. It's something I can't just ignore, really. By the time Litsu was destroying this lab, our helper had gotten out. I'm sure that they weren't harmed by Litsu in the end. I see, that's a little relieving. 果然又来了。你这个其实你要说影响呢，游戏进程倒是没有，但是太多了也不好。毕竟是一款游戏，不是随随便便人家一个小学生写的作文。Hey, Skiko-chan, what's with this disc? Disc is kind of broken, but looks like it broke when some rumble fell on it. Wait a minute, this disc is labeled Lisu Confidential. It's very likely this disc has data on the Lisu we know, and as the name implies, it's confidential information about her. We might make a new discovery if only we could look at it. I know it's broken, but isn't there something we can do? Oh, I've got it. Just use chronokinesis and stop it from breaking. There's a case right here. You just need to put it inside. Do you think you can do that, Skiko-chan? Unfortunately, I can't. 应该很久以前了吧 Chronokinesis naturally can only change the past 5 days. 这第一次不会就用在这儿了 I imagine this disc was broken a long time before that. I see. Then it's too early to give up. I said naturally, didn't I? I think I have an idea. Listen to this. Ask their thoughts. 为什么是 ask their thoughts? 就一个人吗 When we were all sharing information this morning, they said Kyosuke's artificial arm was improved, right? He can look as far back into the past as he has. Ether to do so. Of course, he can only do this twice, but you think we can have him use it for us? 就为了这么小一件事情 It's not something he can squander, but when it's an object this curious, in any case, it's ether that's a problem. Worst case scenario, this disc was broken a full 8 years ago. Kyosuke has nowhere near enough ether inside him to see back that far. So first we need to find out if this is actually feasible. Like if there's a way to conserve an amount of ether that large. Yeah, got it. Let's give it a shot. There's a Xena branch in this town, right? Let's ask around there. Yeah, if we are lucky, there will even be a specialist. Skiko-chan, is something wrong? Hey, Hitomi, there is something I want to tell you before we leave. You look super serious. So I will listen to what you have to say and accept that. Thank you. 只有一个选项了 I want to talk about this due to my feeling toward her. I couldn't say this in front of Mari and the others. Are you okay to say it now? I am because you need to know. I want you to keep what I am about to tell you inside your heart. Okay. I think Yuki has already guessed this to some extent, but the first problem we have is in regards to Lisa's remaining years. Remaining years, 猜到了 I will get right to the point. Lisa only has about a year to live. She was told this by America's top doctors. They weren't wrong. 这么关键的地方，这个 BGM 就应该掐掉。What do you mean? She's only 20 and she doesn't look sick. 因为注射了过多的ether肯定有副作用。As I said earlier, she injected herself with a high quantity of ether. Since then, her ether levels have been too high for her body to handle. It's eating away at her from inside, crumbling like this building here. Her organs, her blood vessels, her muscles, all of it. She can't even run anymore. If all that's going on, why is she trying to make a new country? By the time she succeeds, she will already be. It's because of you. She's fixated on you, the only member of family she has left in this world. Lisa wishes for you to inherit the country she creates. She wants to leave you her fight and everything she's achieved. What? How does she expect to leave me the power to protect the country? Didn't she tell you on that cruise ship that it was a tutorial? Yes, the greatest purpose of that dramatic play was to make you grow, to make you strong enough to inherit a country. Why is she doing this? I never asked for it. I want you to accept this. Accept, that's exactly what I'd said I'd do at the start of this. She surely is awkward. This is the only way she knows of showing her love and the only way she knows of seeking it from her sister. She's seeking my love. It's true, isn't it? She met you on that cruise ship. I expect she's aware you won't be overjoyed at inheriting a country. But Lisa's about to die and can only trust in your choice. She wants you to inherit her dreams and to take this heavy burden if you can come to love her as a sister. I guess in the end, it's similar to how Kyosuke inherited his detective agency when his father passes away. So that's how Kyosuke became a detective. I suppose it's not a fair comparison, but Lisa feels like giving this country to you is the greatest proof of her love. I wonder just how much she herself realizes it. She truly is an awkward person. I think I get what it is you wanted me to know, Skiko-chan, but I still don't know how I feel about this. Right now, it's hard for me to love Lisa or think of her as my sister. Don't force yourself. Your feelings are yours and yours alone. Well, that was gloomy. I know I brought it up, but try and cheer up, okay? Let's go back to town. We still have a lot to do. Yeah, we do. Let's go. A new location has been added to the locations. 这么多。哦，还有这么多选项。Lisa is trying to create a new country, knowing she does not have long to live, and she wants to entrust that to me. Of course, I don't think I will be able to do so, but how should I go about responding to the feelings Lisa has for me? Chisono Maria 还有那谁来着？米萨嘎，我估计应该都不会出场了，因为画风都变了，全部是客串。What would Chisono say if she'd heard all this? 哦，你们连例会都没有了是吧 ？As an example, a doctor can't cure an illness without first knowing what it is, right? If you truly want to save the ghost, then you have to face reality and accept it before anything can begin. 你怎么知道他会说这个 ？Even though we are apart, I'm sure that's what she'd say. 你怎么 sure 呢 ？I have to accept reality and keep moving forward. 他妈真是自圆其说了呢。What would Maria say if she'd heard all this? 啊，你又能知道了。I may still be young, but I don't want to be an embarrassment to my father or to you. I will do my best in everything I can do. For that, in all that a person can do, that is why I can believe that. By doing what you can, you will bring about a happy ending. Even though we are apart, I can't forget Maria's kindness. I believe it too. I still have things I can do. This isn't over yet. 这段我觉得可加可不加，真是没有加的意义，有点扯。A new position 是哪儿来着？啊，是 Zena Latour Branch。They just let us in, even though this place is full of secrets. It's cause I'm a member of HQ, right? There are a lot of facilities and branches, but HQ members can get in almost anywhere. HQ isn't the only branch in Japan. Most members start at one of those. To put it simply, you HQ members have a lot of authority, right? I'm a double psychic, so I got special treatment. But yeah, basically. By the way, Chisono and Maria are also members of HQ. And Zena called this all special consideration, but it's a little tough for me. They even gave me an extra smartphone. I really don't know if it's okay for me to be treated like this just cause I'm a double psychic. Right now, we need to use all we can. We don't have time to waste. Skiko-jan's voice is stern, yet also kind. After hearing Skiko saying that, how do I feel that now? 你这个 still think it's wrong. Even so, I still think it's wrong. Not what Skiko-jan said, cause she was right, but maybe this isn't my strength of will, but just my obstinacy. I know we won't get anywhere unless I do this, but it's kind of sad. I will use this to our advantage. Otherwise, we will never get anywhere. Yeah, this is definitely going to work. Talk to researcher. I guess I will go ask about the ether. I'm Hitomi Akaneno, a member of Zena HQ. I'm back. I totally got what we needed. Apparently, it's really valuable because I had to say a lot of stuff to get it. 连对话都直接省略了是吧？就直接告诉你他告诉你的。换言之，这个直接就告诉你这个作者想要你知道什么。To get what? A newly developed capsule of ether that boosts the user when digested. I also had them calculate the amount needed to use chronokinesis that far back. It's 2 capsules worth, but still shouldn't negatively affect him. 那简单的想就是，最差的结局就是什么都没发生，然后那个谁来着，卡米姐，离死就因为副作用，在1年之后去世了。然后好结局或者说什么，那个什么来着，金色结局跟粉色结局就是把这个胶囊送回去了，所以说离死不至于用身体来承担这个巨大的 ether， 而用胶囊来承担，于是就活下来了。这是我的猜测。要猜对了，那就真的是就只能是及格了，你不可能拿好评价了，就是。So that means Kyosuke should be able to protect the disc. Yeah, it does. What will we do? It ticks me off that I'm always in Kyosuke's debt, but we were asking for help. I feel like there might be something important on that disc. The sleeping truth, a thing so brittle it might crumble if we touch it. That answer may be hidden on that disc. Now that it's come to this, I don't want to turn away from anything. Let's contact Kyosuke and meet up with them. I'll phone him now. 第一座的那个主角就只有出来一个是吧？可能当时他们在做那个秘密就是 mascot 的时候，连里面的人设都没想好。卡米基利斯应该是第2座才出来的，所以说第2座的人基本都出来了。第2座的那个 Kyosuke 也好，然后 Mari 也好，Tsukiko 也好 ，Yukiya 也好，都出来了。第一座就他一个人。Okay, got it. Thanks. 这比重太不平衡了。How did it go? He happily agreed to help us out, but they are still in the middle of their research, so we gotta wait. Kyosuke's busy too, we can't just force him over here. Well then, let's go get something to eat at the Tower Restaurant. You can't fight on an empty stomach. Right, let's go. 所以这已经解决了是吧？只要给那个 Kyosuke 打电话就行了，后面2个选项其实不用看的。The Towa Urban Area, episode Kyosuke Ayana. Where should we go first? I guess we don't have an immediate goal. Why don't we try going to Astea? To Astea? Apse says we can use as much money as we need to own this case. We can buy whatever information they have. How can you say that like it's nothing? Even the most valuable items from Astea cost at most tens of thousands of yen. In comparison, Wizarok spent $1.9 billion on Amabishi arms. Bua, that was in dollars, right? That will be 19 billion in 10 years. In 10 years, they don't want to lose that. If $1 is 100 yen, 差不多吗？ $1 是100 yen， 有点难算啊，差不多。That's 2 trillion yen in 10 years. 10,000 is nothing. Compared to the losses Amabishi might get, Astea information is nothing. I'm grateful for Mr. S's cooperation in this matter, but well, we don't know if we will buy anything yet, but there's no harm in going. Right, we don't have any clues right now. We may as well go. Let's just get moving. I'm sure Mr. Olex left something behind for us. This place is so amazing. They are trying to get back to normality, right? Are Amabishi's redevelopment plans going as well as they seem? The key to their success relies on this dispute truly being over. There will be no enterprise on or tourists on these streets if a war starts. If Iori's scheme goes as planned, it will be a massive setback. So the fate of this town relies on our search. I know we can do this. This place doesn't seem any different to when we were here last. A bookstore, a general store, a bank, and a road of food carts too. Oh, I need to get some food. I haven't eaten all morning. Yukiya walks over to a nearby cart selling kebabs. Kebabs for breakfast. He's gonna get fat. And he's so slim too. I wouldn't worry. Yukiya never puts on weight, no matter how much he eats. I guess his metabolism is just faster than most people's. I'm jealous. Giant tears are spilling from every girl that loves kebabs. What kind of tears? Ah, he bought 2 of them. Seems so. I'm jealous. The tears of the kebab-loving girls have already run dry. I'd be fine if I just exercised. Does it not work like that for girls? Yukiya comes back, holding 2 kebabs. Kebabs for breakfast. Oh, how the kebab-loving girls cry. I'd be fine if I just exercised. Can't they do that too? 哦，这样。那先去那个什么来着 ，Alex office 吧。一个个来啊。这部分结束了，我就差不多了。第3章就结束了。Back again. Kyosuke, we need to be more cautious than usual around here. Huh? Iori knows about this place. She might try and do something. There are innumerable blind spots. A surprise attack would be easy. Got it. I will take plenty of care. This was just the right place to think things through. It might be best to find somewhere else for that, not now though. I will watch the perimeter so you can investigate without worrying. I'm the Iron Wall goalkeeper, who will catch any dangers coming this way. Undangerous something to avoid rather than to catch. Besides, I'm pretty sure Mari was a forward in the girls' soccer club. Then I will go straight for a punt kick and knock out the criminal in one blow. That will definitely get you a red card. So Alex was your father's mentor. Huh? You were the one who introduced us, didn't you know? I only met him through Astaire. I wasn't aware of the connection. To think Alex's teaching would end up saving me and my company. I should come and visit his grave with you when this is over. 啊，就没了是吗？Latour Street 已经结束了，反正还有3个了，一个 cafe， 一个 library， 一个 Astaire。初代或者说第1部每一章都有解谜的，从第2部开始就偷工减料了，只有这些交流了。换言之，文本游戏。而且说实话，这种文本游戏你要写的很深妙呢，你就必须要介绍世界观，花大量的笔墨来介绍世界观。这对于一个小成本游戏、小品游戏是不合适的。就这种剧情其实是可看可不看的，重点还是解谜的。我需要更多的解谜，但他居然把解谜给省略了。所以按评价来说，我觉得目前来看还是第1部最高。这是 Yo 还是 Joe？ 应该是 Yo Mister. Is business going well? What, back again? And just when I thought I'd gotten rid of you. Again, you were here earlier, Yuki. Yeah, until about dawn. After I'd finished work, I was in that seat there reading the journal. Seems like I own the manager one. I will thank him later. This place does seem good for concentrating while reading. If I just wanted to concentrate, I wouldn't have come here. I usually sleep twice as much as our detective. I hate staying up late. Unless I'd had this music to keep me up, I'd have been reading in my sleep. He wasn't just borrowing a seat, but the music to stop him falling asleep. 这期先到这儿。最夸张的来说，2期我觉得1期应该能搞定。1期这个第3章应该差不多了。反正还是看故事吧。